video. We are rotting from now on. Bed rot, my beloved.
Money.
Money. Mr. Benjamin Franklin, why are you pouting at me?
Makes the world go round.
Money.
With people willing to do almost anything to get more of it. In fact, money is so important that it can dictate how society behaves as a whole. If it
Money.
paid to be kind, then people would be kind. But if it paid more to be
Dude, I wish someone would pay me to be kind. I don't think I could do it. I would try though. I don't think I could do it. But I would try.
evil, then people
I would try my best. Can you compliment me? No.
would simply turn
No.
evil. More specifically, if it paid to fake your gender and fake your skill
What? No. As a full-grown female, I would never fake my gender. What?
level to millions of people for years by hacking and cheating, some would willingly choose to do so if it was profitable. However, you'd have to be a very special kind of degenerate to do those
No.
things, all while
I'm a degenerate. You're a degenerate. Oh god, this video is about me.
planning to publicly fake your own
Oh, yeah.
suicide once you were inevitably exposed to be a fraud. Meet Marlowww, who
That's not me.
for years was considered to be the most skilled player to ever exist.
Oh no. Is this going to be about, oh, girl gamers so good at game only for it to be a dude? Oh no. Why? No, come on. Remember, I always say that it always takes a man to be best girl. Okay? It's not even ironic at this point.
In Minecraft PvP.
God damn
In
it.
parallel to that, though, they'd be running a totalitarian regime that would ban and blacklist anyone who doubted or criticized them, throwing all women under the bus by claiming that any and all valid criticisms against them were rooted in
You're a female, show me your labia. I'm sorry. You can't? I'm sorry.
misogyny. This would be the community status quo for far too long. And now finally, after all these years of manipulation, silencing, and bullying,
Okay, but can I just point out that it's very hard to tell who is a girl and who is not if we cannot define what a girl or slash woman is? Like, if being a woman is sort of on a spectrum, then literally anything and anyone. Like, you can put a ribbon onto your head and it's like, boom, you're a girl. You know?
of critics, Marlowww has finally been exposed to be the
I'm just saying, we have to get the preset for it. Okay, we have to look at the settings. We have to turn VSync on and decide whether you're a boy or a girl or something in between.
ultimate Minecraft fraud who faked everything, even down to their gender, with
Cheating admissions, danger poser scheme, manipulation. Oh my god, this is 1,000 pages long document. A Google Docie. Wholesome drawing.png.
undeniable proof. And so, seeing how much of an unprecedented disaster this all is, and how confusing it might be to someone who's not part of the Minecraft PvP community,
Women are certainly in a spectrum. You cannot just call us retarded like that. That's not very Pog Online Poggers of you. What the hell?
I figured we had to talk about it. And so, without further ado, let's do this.
Let's
Alright, so
do
if you haven't
this.
been living under a rock for the last 2 decades, you probably know what Minecraft is. And when it comes to most
Minecraft, is it like Pokopia, but with less Pokemons in it?
people, they recognize it as the sandbox survival
true.
game, otherwise known as Minecraft Vanilla. Some others might recognize it differently, modding the game heavily with visual and gameplay enhancements and pretty much making it into an entirely different game. However, another sizable chunk of this game's player base will look at it purely from a PvP perspective, going up against other players to prove their skill in numerous game modes. And for
Unironically, that should have been like a tell. Women are not. When was the last time that a girl was playing Minecraft and it wasn't about cutesy house building, but it was about raw dogging PvP? Come on. Let's be so fucking real. When it's a girl, they always have like 10 trillion mod pack to add more flowers, more fences, more wallpaper colors. I know, I was there, I have done it. It's not about like, oh yeah, I have no mods at all, no shaders, whatever, and I will just PvP. Come on. What are we talking about?
Someone who doesn't play PvP at all, this is where things get very confusing because these game modes are...
Vienna is pretty competitive when she plays game. Yeah, but she also have a gigantic penis. So, you know, big dick energy.
Very different from the gameplay you've come to expect in vanilla or even modded Minecraft. One of these PvP game modes, for example, is called UHC, where both players start with the same exact loadout.
UHC or UK.
Having to use a mix of building, laying things down on the terrain, and also using their weapons and defending all at the same time. Another game mode is called Nethbot, which literally just involves you throwing pots at each other, with many of them having different abilities and effects.
You know that potion bottle is very suspicious in shape? Like it even has like the little... For fuck's sake. I'm sorry. What am I supposed to... Yeah, but look at me and tell me that it doesn't look like it. It's complete... No, it's not. You know what that is. I see it, you see it, everyone sees it.
However, one of the most popular and probably the most confusing game mode for new players is Crystal PvP. Here's some gameplay, and yes, it's totally normal if you have literally no idea what's going on.
Jesus
It
Christ.
mostly involves using a mix of obsidian blocks as well as ender crystals to kill the other player. How did people come up with this concept? Well, that's a 1-hour video by itself.
Oh, it's I know the answer. It's male autism. It's simple, really. You take a delightfully autistic male, and he will come up with something fucked up like this.
The point is, this game has over 200 million monthly active users that play it, and a good chunk of them play only PvP. This is what they focus on. But here's the deal. When you focus on something for so long and want to get better at it, there's a question that starts to pop up in the community. Who are the best players for each game mode? In fact, who's the best of them all? And seeing that all these servers with all these different game modes are unofficial, they're simply not affiliated with the official game or its developers, most had given up on the idea of coming up with a ranking system. But that would of course be until mctiers.com would come along. MC Tiers would be a community-driven effort to rank players in all 8 of these different game modes. This would all be done through its PvP server on Minecraft, called mcpvp.club. Its founders were mainly...
Dude, who would have known that Minecraft is this serious? Fanboy Lover 1000! Oh my god, I didn't know that you guys are on it.
3 people. Ends, Learn, and of course, Marlowww. And the way it worked wasn't very simple, actually. In a nutshell though, MC Tiers would have a Discord for every single one of these game modes. So Crystal PvP, UHC, POT, NetOp, etc, etc. It will be open to anyone. And let's say you wanted to test out your Crystal PvP level, you would join the server, join the waitlist, and eventually get tested. And the way it would work wouldn't be MMR based like games similar to Valorant or Overwatch. You would have people in the voice call with you, watching you play and examining your playstyle as you...
Oh my god, dude, oh my god, I don't think I could perform if people are watching me. Oh, that's so... They're just there, they're just like observing you. Oh, that's so stressful, holy shit. I have performance anxiety, bro. Yeah,
up against
I do.
all these different tiers. There'd be 5 of these tiers, tier 5 being the worst and tier 1 being the best. This meant that when it came to this community-driven effort, trust was at its forefront. You were trusting the people examining everyone to do this in a non-biased way.
I like the penis bottle. I think it's my favorite shape for a potion bottle.
To the best of their ability. But of course, this also meant that this system had a lot of its critics. When confronted though, the response would always be the same. Do you have any better ideas? No one in the community had come close to making something like this. And in fact, today, if you type on Google Minecraft PvP, the first thing you'll see is MC.
It's French, le PvP pour player versus player.
Tiers rankings. View Minecraft's best combat players or participate in the ranked community. To many people in Minecraft's sizable PvP community, this was the official ranking for the best players in the world, period. And speaking of best
Period.
players, even though Marlowww was one of the co-founders of the website, you'd always manage to see her in the top 3 best players of all time on the leaderboard. This right here is the first version of mctiers.com, which came out shortly after the pandemic, around the early 2020s. By then, for most people, the play
It makes me so sad. It makes me so sad because unironically, I don't even know. Can I say that? Unironically, I think it's not possible for a girl to be a top gamer. It's always dudes. Think about the League of Legends competitive teams. Remember that? Oh wow. No, I mean, listen, I'm not saying there are no good girl gamers. It's just that they cannot compare to the dudes. And every time it turns out that there is a girl gamer who is on the same level as the dudes, it's always a dude. Or it's always her boyfriend playing for it or something like that. That's illegal. I know, but like, isn't it always like that? Why? Dude, ladies, we gotta lock in. The boys are winning too much. We gotta lock in. None of this female bed rotting bullshit.
It's Real Me.
Yeah, we gotta go to the gamer hotel.
Was the best Minecraft PvP player of all time. But Marlowww would always be close second. The gap between It's Real Me and Marlowww was always very wide to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th players. They were always in a league of their own, and there's a reason for that. This overall leaderboard would combine all the 8 game modes together for your overall rank. It's Real Me and Marlowww were constantly in the top ranks of every single game mode. And to make you understand what this means, this is like someone who is a NASCAR driver that also happens to be a rally race car driver and who also happens to be a Formula 1 driver all at the same time. Just because you know how to drive a car doesn't mean you can be good at all these things combined. And it's the same thing here. Just because you're good at one of these game modes doesn't mean you're good at all of them. They all require different strategies, keybinds, and an insane, ridiculous learning curve. But
I can't believe that American, a poor European at 4th place. Gentova VIP got represented.
Both It's Real Me and Marlowww made it look easy. They were dominating in every single one. But the thing is, to many, Marlowww was yet on another level. At some point, she beat one of the best PvPers in Minecraft 100-0. Yes, they fought together 100 times.
Do you think that the first 99 loss wasn't a good indication who is going to be the winning? Man, he was like, it's okay, maybe the next one, surely maybe the next one.
And she didn't let him win once.
Aww.
Clown Pierce got absolutely destroyed, utterly owned, and it only served to show why Marlowww was so close to beating the best player of all time in rankings soon. For the Minecraft PvP community, and as recently as 2025, many were in agreement. The best player of all time in Minecraft PvP is Marlowww. No argument, no questions asked. This level of skill definitely came with its advantages, with Marlowww's YouTube channel reaching over 400,000 subscribers and any video they'd upload getting hundreds of thousands, if not...
Very suspicious. My experience, just a good character getting dragged by a faceless mob. Can't wait for the hentai adaptation.
Over 1 million views consistently, generating substantial revenue and getting their name more and more known within the community. That's without mentioning all the collabs she'd do on YouTube with some very well-renowned YouTubers, always titling the video as, I fought the best Minecraft player in this, or I got trained by the world's best Minecraft player in this. And what's interesting is that these channels weren't necessarily PvP oriented, so you had the casual Minecraft crowd that watch YouTube videos be aware of her existence and her unprecedented skill. And so, to the average bystander, Marlowww had essentially made it. They had worked hard to become one of the best players in the world, and now they finally were able to start reaping the benefits. But you'd be mistaken.
So is the problem going to be that she has a penis? Like, can't a girl just be a girl and have a gigantic, massive schlong? Come on, it's 2026. Like, what? No spoilers. She's not real, but it's not a problem. Okay, it's actually even better.
Think that this was all sunshine and rainbows. Marlowww had seemingly, for some people, come out of nowhere. And just like that, beaten players that have had so many years of exposure in the community made them look like they were amateurs, like they couldn't even play the game. On top of that, this was a community that had very few women in it. Minecraft PvP is mostly male-oriented. And in
You can't say that. Gentlemen, we need to bring the females. We have to put diversity into it and some gayness, okay? I need the 2 top players to stop making out right now. There will be prostate checks every Tuesday. Ball fondling every Wednesday, okay? 10 out of 10.
leaderboard that has very few, if not 0 women, you'd see one woman come in and get to 2nd place, trailblazing over everyone else.
And it wasn't suspicious. I don't mean to be like that, but there's a pattern of these things happening over. Remember that when we watched about that girl who was good at like the mobile version of League of Legends, and she was competitive and everyone was like, wow, you're so good. But it turned out that like it was her boyfriend playing through a team viewer on her phone for whatever reason. Apparently she went to jail. She has like 6 months or something in jail now. Actually insane.
So if you've been on the internet for long enough, you'd know that all these things combined, especially with the very chaotic Minecraft community, would lead to one of the most unstable periods in Minecraft PvP history, in which Marlowww, at the center of all this, would be subject to massive harassment and criticism. What would follow from that chaos, though, would be Marlowww cementing her power like no one could have ever imagined.
Ooh.
Dream, a name.
Oh God. You know what's horrible? Every time I think about Dream, I think about this. I every time I look at it, I see it. It just pops into my, I see it. It's just there. I'm trying not to think about it, but I see it.
Typically synonymous with cringe or vomit, is a YouTuber who at some point was one of, if not the biggest Minecraft YouTuber of all.
I feel so bad for him, dude. Whoever gaslit him into a face reveal, it's so mean. I bet they hyped him up that, oh my God, it's going to be so good. You will be so popular. You look good, you whatever. And now he's just like probably depressed.
Time. This was during the
Poor
pandemic,
dude,
getting
man.
over 100 million views on some of his videos, as well as 34 million subscribers.
Yeah, he's absolute. I don't think he's ugly at all. He looks, I would say he looks probably above average. Like, he's a good-looking dude. He's just not a twink. They wanted Timothée Chalamet, and they just got like an average Joe. And that's it.
Would, on June 11th, 2020, claim to have beaten the Minecraft speedrun world record. An incredible feat, but also very divisive. You see, this would lead an unprecedented amount of people to examine every single second of his gameplay and determine that there were some things that simply were too improbable statistically to occur at the same time in the same run, to the point where it's almost impossible. It will be centered on some item drop rates that would allow him to finish the game so damn quickly. When confronted with this, Dream would time and time again deny this vehemently, saying that he didn't cheat, it was legit, and even trying to prove that in numerous ways. In fact,
do you remember when there was this story about Pirate Software playing that puzzle game? And he was like cooking on it for so long, but just before the day someone solved it on Reddit, and like he's like literally can be seen that he's looking at something presumably on his phone, and it's just like, wait a second. Whoa, maybe if I do this.
December 2020, he would get so desperate that he would famously hire a Harvard astrophysicist to write a 20-page report as to why Dream didn't.
Bro, it's Minecraft. It's not that serious. What do you mean that you needed a Harvard astrophysicist to write a fucking paper on it why you didn't cheat? The binomial distribution for blaze rod drops, probability evaluations for ender pearls. Okay. It's not that serious, buddy. It's not that serious.
Yes, it sounds as ridiculous as you might think, and it actually did happen. I still can't believe it to this day. What's most important to point out here is that after this paper and after he tried to disprove it multiple times, his fanatical community, who was extremely big and parasocial at the time, would attack, bully, harass anyone who disagreed. Anyone who'd make a video about this would get bombarded with dislikes, with bad comments. It really set this side of the internet ablaze. Anyone who was a part of the Minecraft community was aware of this. But even so, they
ablaze, haha, because Blaze Rod, haha.
They didn't let go of
I see what you did there.
this. They weren't going to let him get away with it. And only after a few more months of pressure by the community would Dream finally let go. By May 2021, Dream would write this massively long Twitter post admitting that he cheated, but that
Oh my god, that's so fucking long. Jesus Christ, put it into like ChatGPT and read it up for me. I ain't reading that shit.
had no idea. He had something installed on his PC, had forgotten to remove it or something, and oh man, it just so happened to be there and I did it. How
I totally, I didn't notice it. It just happened to be there, and I was too afraid to admit it. But
fortunate. Cheating accidentally happens to the best of us. Well, I'm sure that when he cheated in February 2026, he did that on accident too. But that's a completely different story. All you need to understand is that Dream has quite an impressive cheating resume, okay? And unfortunately, this says a lot about the community. If the biggest Minecraft YouTuber at the time was able to pull off a cheating scandal, then what the hell is stopping everyone else? Nothing. Which is what we've been seeing over the last few years. It feels like every month I see something pop up in my recommended about some guy who cheated and deceived the whole community. At this point, it's part of the Minecraft culture. And so because of that, the community, rightfully so, has a lot of trust issues when it comes to records. Whether it be a speedrun record, a PvP record, a ranking system, you name it. This is a very low trust community when it comes to the competitive scene. So by the time Marlowww had become the #1...
Dude. Look at the poor EU dudes. This is like fucking League of Legends all over again. When the Koreans and like every other Asian team and plus the N8 groups are just like pounding down. Bro, poor Fnatic.
Player of all time in PvP, those same suspicions were being...
Are we bad? Is Europe the women of the world? When there is two genders, Americans and Europeans, are we the girls? Oh, fuck. You like it? Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
But at the forefront yet again. Because she hadn't just beaten the best player of all time, which was It's Real Me. She had wiped the floor with him, sitting at 450 points while he was sitting at 330 points.
Damn.
These points signify an accumulation of every single one of these 8 game modes. And Marlowww was the only player on planet Earth that had gotten tier 1 in every single one of these game modes. Have you ever seen someone that is so skilled at driving? They're the best Formula 1 driver, drift car race driver, rally car race driver, NASCAR race driver, just everything. They're the best at everything.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm sorry. I have to break it to it's me.
Involving a car? No. And yet there she was doing it. To some, this was an amazing achievement that needed to be celebrated, especially since she was a woman, and you don't see many of those in Minecraft people.
Yes, Europe is America's bitch.
No.
VP, and to others,
He said that word woman almost like it would be a slur. She's a woman.
this was extremely suspicious, and it didn't necessarily have to do with gender. Well, actually it kind of did, because many believed that Marlowww wasn't even a woman. Some had
Who cares? I mean, if he's still good, he, she, whatever is in between dangling her legs.
reason to believe that the person behind Marlowww was none other than Danger Mario, a player who already had a bit of a reputation on certain PvP servers, and who created Marlowww as his persona. One of the first people to reveal this to the world would be the YouTuber Zay, uploading a video titled Marlowww's True Identity, 3+ Years of Lies on May 10th, 2024. He would go very deep here, finding an old video of Danger Mario that was deleted off of YouTube and comparing his and Marlowww's hotbar, and they played very similarly in that regard. He'd also compare their PC specs based on what...
I'm sorry, you have the same graphics card as I do? You're a woman. That's it, buddy. You are a female. Congratulations.
Marlowww said, and what Danger Mario had already revealed to the internet. They would turn out to be using the exact same PC
God
coincidentally.
damn.
They would then argue that there's sufficient proof to prove that Danger Mario had used the Marlowww account back in 2021 to test whether he'd get banned or not using the Meteor client in one of the PvP servers he was going on, saying that the Marlowww account just so happened to be banned at the same time that Danger Mario had uploaded video talking about the same subject. At the time, Danger Mario used a TTS voice and never revealed his real voice. Look, this video would get a lot of attention because people already had their suspicions, but it would still get a lot of backlash as well. In 2025, someone would come in and type, "This aged like absolute shit." Someone else would say, "All happened..."
Oh, was it like an AI voiced character or something? Like suspicious AI lady voice?
Because PvPers never heard of women. Bro isn't cooking. Skull emoji. And overall, he was seen as a complete madman who was prone to conspiracies and who just hated Marlowww because she was a woman. But even though Marlowww's community was very loyal and willing to defend her no matter what, it was getting hard to ignore just how skilled Marlowww was, to the point where it was almost...
I'm sorry, I understand that you're a woman, but you're just too good. You cannot be a woman. You don't have a vagina. No vagina user is this good. I don't believe it. Show me your left titty. Right fucking now.
Inhuman. Back in 2024,
Impossible.
This was some of her haters' main criticism. And eventually...
I'm sorry, you have to have a blood test so that I can check your testosterone levels. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
It would get too big to ignore because one of the co-founders of mctears.com, Learn, would also become convinced that Marlowww has to be cheating. There's no way someone can be that good. It's just inhuman.
Wait, so is the drama that they cheated or is it that they don't have a vagina? I don't even know at this point.
So Marlowww's walls were closing in around her. But even though you might think that this just might be the typical case of a cheater in the Minecraft community, where people keep calling them out, they keep denying
the double layer of cheating. Cheats you out of the vagina, cheats you out of the butts and the boobs, the gameplay.
And eventually they get caught. This here was very different. This was not like the Dream situation. God. Because unlike Dream, Marlowww had a secret weapon. And that weapon...
her vagina.
...was the misogyny shield. You saw...
Oh my god. But listen, can you blame them? Like, unironically, if you're a dude and you're always getting called all of these things and it's so flexible to become a chick, why would you not become a chick? It's basically like a buff. Okay? It's like you're not starting from level 1, you're starting from level 10 and you have a passive shield that regenerates over time. Why the fuck would you not use that? Hell yeah.
In some of the comments on the video we just saw. Oh, Minecraft player discovers what a woman is. You're just hating because you're insecure and a woman is top
so
one
true.
in the game that you play. I mean, of course this would...
If I will ever get any criticism about anyone, I will just tell them that you just a sexist bigot and you hate me. No, sorry, a misogynistic bigot and you hate me because I'm a girl. So true.
Be the community's reaction. If a woman just as much says hi in an online game, she gets instantly killed. Marlowww was aware of this, and seeing that she was getting never before seen criticism from the community, she decided to fully double down on this defense, creating a video response titled My Experience with the Minecraft PvP Community. A 2-hour, 14-minute video going through every piece of criticism ever laid upon her and presenting it with this thumbnail. And I mean, come on, you know, like...
Straight to the casting couch.
Doesn't take a genius here. It makes it look like she's being assaulted by a mob of angry psychos just because she's a woman. And if you watch the video itself, that's mostly the arguments used here. The video would mostly focus on 2 topics. And Marlowww would speak with, well, a female-sounding voice. It would make Learn, one of the co-founders of mctears.com, seem like a backstabbing psychopath who had it in for her just because she's a woman. The other part of the video would focus on the whole idea of
Siren, oh my god!
Totalitarianism, how she silences any critics, and how this whole thing, this whole hoax about how she's actually Danger Mario is nothing more but a carefully engineered lie to smear her. How, according to her, she believes that the Danger Mario account...
I knew women weren't good at Minecraft! God damn it! Oh my god.
Was created and owned by those same haters, how she has nothing to do with it. This video would get over 800,000 views, would be very well received, have a very nice like to dislike ratio, and the comments would be
To be fair, this is actually a genius move from this Marlowww dude because this is exactly what a woman would do. It's like not taking accountability or responsibility, but making a video about boo-hoo how you're a victim. That you gotta respect it. He was pretty good at being a chick.
Nothing but supportive,
Very nice.
reiterating that this is just a game. Or saying things like absolutely ridiculous the amount of obstacles you had to go through just because you merely existed. Many were convinced that this wasn't a topic about catfishing or cheating. This was purely insecure men who just couldn't stand seeing a woman be better than them in a game. It made the overall Minecraft community look bad. Something that this community truly didn't need, seeing as like every year there's a content creator that comes out to be some sort of child diddler. And it strengthened the misogyny shield defense to unprecedented levels for Marlowww. But again, while some were really concerned with the idea that this was a catfish, this wasn't a woman, at the time it overshadowed the main issue. The fact that she's a hacker, the fact that she's not playing legit, she's too good for a human being. This wasn't about gender. But after this video that was released in July 2024, if you went to any Minecraft PvP content creator, even someone who was absolutely destroyed by her, with proof that she's cheating, you get immediately and utterly shut down.
Penetrated in the booty hole.
Because by that point onwards, if you had anything negative to say about Marlowww, you were considered a misogynist in the Minecraft community. You were someone who simply hated women. You were an incel because Marlowww did nothing wrong. And so
true. Honestly, God, that shield is so good. It's such a good shield, man. It's like they cannot say anything about you because you're just it's so smart. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be good. You just call people misogynist. It's so good.
emboldened by this incredible support by the community, a few months later, around the end of 2024, Marlowww would release a 17-page Google Doc titled The Future of MC.
Oh my god, the Google Docie. Dude, with like fucking chapters and everything. My PTSD. Oh my god, do you remember that long ass stream we did reading through the Google Docie? Oh my
Here
god.
she would reiterate some of the points she raised in her video about Learn being a weirdo and about how the other co-founder, Enz, wasn't agreeing to removing him. This is when she would announce to the world that since she's the one who was paying for the infrastructure of MC Tiers, she'd be reclaiming her accounts to become the sole owner of mctiers.com as well as its Minecraft PvP server. She has successfully convinced the community that these two other co-founders were weird and that the website was going to continue, but instead of being co-owned by 3 people, it would be owned by her exclusively. There was nothing really suspicious or weird to be considered by the wider community at the time. And so, end of 2024 onwards, this would somewhat be the status quo. After reaching rank 1, Marlowww would retire. MC Tiers would still be the top destination for any PvP related rankings, and on the surface it seemed like things were starting to calm down. But they weren't. And to be honest, it's mostly because this tier list is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. By this point, both Marlowww and It's Real Me would have retired. They're not playing the game anymore. They're not participating in rankings anymore. And yet MC Tiers had this weird policy where even retired players get to stay on the overall leaderboard, the overall active leaderboard. This meant that Marlowww was number 1. And since Marlowww
owns website, puts herself as number 1, retires, W, stonks, profit.
Somehow managed to get tier 1 in every single fucking game mode, it meant that no one on planet Earth could ever hope to
oh my god, this is the VTuber Awards. That's what it is. It's, you know, it's always the same people winning it over and over again. This is the fucking VTuber Awards. God damn it.
Get number 1. She had capped the
man.
points, 450 points, tier 1 in everything. Even if you were to get tier 1 in everything, you would only cap at 450 points, which makes you second place, and she reached it first. This meant that she had a chokehold on the tier lists for the Minecraft PvP community and on the number 1 spot. Over time, people would start to find this ridiculous.
Well, I'm sorry, can they just put in like, I don't know, like a date system, like in this 2026, it was these people, 2025, it was these people. It's really such a non-issue. You just put like a goddamn range to it.
And the criticism would intensify to never before seen levels. However, if you had anything to say about Marlowww, her cheating, or her not being an actual woman, you would simply get banned from the MC Tiers Discord.
Do not doubt the vagina. Okay, it's very serious vagina business. Anyone who doesn't believe in my almighty vagina, straight to the gulag.
As a whole and blacklisted from the server. This meant that you could never hope to participate in this tier list that is considered to be the official tier list for Minecraft PvP. And you wouldn't even be able to play on the Minecraft server of MC Tears. Anytime you'd open your mouth to say anything regarding Marlowww that's negative, you would simply be banned for being a dirty misogynist incel. The silencing would go on.
To be fair, this guy or girl, I don't know what she is, have been doing a really good impression of being a woman. Oh, I'm actually impressed. Like, it's actually like, oh, I'm unwilling to listen to any criticism. You're banned. You're a bad person. Easy. Get rid of you.
For almost 2 years.
You know?
But it would finally reach a boiling point in 2026
Genius.
when everything that Marlowww had built would fall apart within the span of a few weeks, while also revealing to us her extremely disturbing master plan, which involved her purposefully waiting until things do reach a boiling point in order to fake her death on a call.
Whoa! 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 That became a little bit really fucking wild all of a sudden. What the hell? Just... What? Just faking your goddamn death? Just like that? Okay. Okay.
With some of the biggest Minecraft content creators you can imagine. The Minecraft PvP community would reach a boiling point around January 2026. Around this time, a handful of different YouTubers would release their own videos exposing Marlowww, whether it be deception about the fact that she's a woman, or straight up talking about how she's a hacker, she's a cheater, and she's not actually that good at the game, providing as much proof as possible based on the gameplay we were given. As far as I can tell, this would all start on January 10th, 2026, when the YouTuber Critically would upload the video titled The Art of Deception, Marlowww, in which he'd argue that Marlowww's moves were physically impossible, but also that
it's because she's a girl. She's graceful. She has ballerina cappuccina moves, you know? That's why.
her gameplay was simply inconsistent.
She's just too good. I'm sorry. You think that just because she's a lady, she cannot have it, she can have it. Okay? She has L'Oreal because she's worth it.
He'd make multiple gameplay-specific arguments as to how Marlowww's gameplay simply didn't make sense unless she was hacking, going up against someone using hacks himself to prove that her moveset was the same exact thing. It was just how a hacker would play. When he would bring any ounce of criticism up in the server, well, he'd get banned for destructive...
You know, she could have just done like a hand cam thingy to show up that, oh yeah, I am totally not cheating, but oh, wait a second, then the little veins in the hand would have been showing, and it's like, she did? Wait a second, she did? Oh, okay, okay, my bad. I'm already jumping the okay, sorry, I'm waiting.
Now he has no access to MC tiers and can't participate in the tier list. Unlike the videos released in 2024, this one would be received pretty well, with many agreeing. 6 days later, on January 16th, 2026, the YouTuber Mario Kart 617 would release a video titled The Curious Case of Marlowww, in which he'd also argue, using some of the same arguments, that Marlowww is simply not legitimate. There are some very obvious signs of aimbotting, as well as just straight up hacking. And all these videos had one thing in common, making the point that the referee shouldn't be a part of the competition.
She didn't show her keyboard? Bruh. Wasn't there, oh my god, wasn't there like a girl cheater who had... Fuck, there was like a big scandal about like playing Dark Souls or Elden Ring, and it was a girl, and... Fuck, I don't remember the story. Monster Hunter, was it? Oh, sorry, yeah, the Monster Hunter chick.
Marlowww, being in such a position of power, allowed her to get away with this for a long time without anyone being able to do anything about it because she owned...
Right, oh my god, yeah, the blindfolding one. Oh god, I almost forgot the story. It was like a big fuss and they were like, oh, that it's like half transparent, but no, I don't even remember what was the cheating on it. But it turned out that it wasn't real at all.
The tier list. So as you can see, these videos were coming out fairly frequently in January, and unlike back in 2024, they weren't being received as like conspiracy theorists because these people weren't focusing on the fact that Marlowww wasn't a woman. They were focusing on the fact that Marlowww was cheating, regardless of gender. And even though Marlowww was running her Discord like a totalitarian dictator, banning pretty much anyone with anything...
There is nothing wrong with running your Discord as a totalitarian dictator, okay? I'm a big fan of that. That's how we also run the Discord.
negative to say, these accusations of cheating would start to take hold in a very serious way in the community, to the point where even she couldn't ignore it. Even in her little Totalitarian Discord, she had to make some sort of response. And eventually, she did.
She could have just said it. Hacking is hacking is bad. Okay? It's cheating is bad. Revolutionary.
On January 23rd, 2026, Marlowww would upload the video titled "Hacking is Bad,"
Girl hair revealed,
sitting at over 1 million views. Starting it off with some text on the screen saying, "For years, I have been accused of hacking, boosting, and other forms of anti-competitive behavior. Throughout the community, for years, people have used my name, skin, etc. in order to attempt to increase views. In recent times, this has been detrimental. A domino effect has led people to rapidly producing content claiming I hack. It certainly does get clicks. I will be proving my legitimacy in a public manner, as it's the only way to make it properly accessible to outsiders coming across slander."
Okay.
So for this, Marlowww would show a hand cam of her mouse. That's it. No keyboard. She'd use...
It's okay. Who uses their keyboard on that pull-out thing anymore? That's kind of sussy to me. Where is your keyboard, my lady? What am I looking at?
Some excuse about needing to use a keyboard tray, right? But you can't even see the keyboard, which is funny because some of the main accusations were relating to the hotbar and how quickly she switched between items that wasn't humanly possible. But anyway, she would show a hand cam, and to the many people watching this,
It does look like a girl hand. Do you think that, like, the guy had like a girlfriend? It's like, okay, my love, just go and click things. It's fine. The other hand doesn't have to be visible. Just go click something.
who also happened to watch the other instances in which she destroyed pro players, they could see something very
He just shaved himself. I mean, it's not the hair, it's the shape of the hand. Like, she has a nice, delicate, female-shaped hand.
interesting.
You know?
The fact that she was extremely slow. Okay, this was nothing compared to the gameplay we had seen of Marlowww.
It's more like that. Look at the screen. You can look at the edges, and whenever there's like a twist or something, it doesn't move. Like, there should be like a big swung or something. I have seen how people play like fucking Osu and all of these like autistic bullshit. This is not how much you move your little thing.
To the gameplay we had seen of Marlowww previously. This was not the same Marlowww that beat Clown 100-0. You know why? Because this actually looked like a human being playing. Those other clips weren't. Marlowww...
Dude, she should have been just like a little bit like wah 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 with the thingy.
Would also show this all happen on a brand new laptop, trying to prove that there were no hacks involved whatsoever.
What was your Pat's first name? What the name? Why is this? What?
And then would go on to show the entire PC, right? A forensic screenshot. That's the majority of the video. That's like 1 hour, 40 minutes of the video. It's safe to say that most people didn't really watch this. But the point that Marlowww was trying to make here is that no, there are no hacks on my PC, and my gameplay is actually legit. But it actually would backfire very hard. This was just another dream hiring an astrophysicist scenario. Marlowww had carefully thought out the initial video that she had made back in 2024, making herself out to be a victim being attacked by the Minecraft community for being a woman. But this...
How dare you?
Was different. This felt like she was digging herself deeper into a hole that she had created. That's because her answers to the many questions the community had only ended up raising even more questions. Why are you hiding your keyboard? Why is your gameplay so different? Why are you so slow? Something just wasn't adding up. So
why is your dick so big? Oh my god! All
barely
these
a
questions.
week after uploading this video, as more and more people start to ask questions, and as certain content creators also started to ask these questions, Marlowww would make this statement in her Discord server, saying, "Hey everyone, I'm making this post to announce that I will be transferring ownership of MC Tiers and leaving all of my related staff positions. Ownership will be transferred to Rai, who, as many of you know, has been a long-term staff member and contributor to the project. Over time, it has become clear that the bitterness towards my position has grown to a point where it now actively detracts from the community itself. I believe that my presence is no longer ideal for the health and stability of the community, and that transferring ownership is circumstantially necessary. I would like to make something clear though. I reject the claims of corruption, theft, and abuse that have been made against me as an owner, and my decision to transfer ownership does not serve as a consent."
You could literally copy and paste this speech and give it to any politicians and it would still be valid. You know, it's a very versatile script.
To being guilty of these claims. Despite leaving, I will not allow my previous reputation as an owner to be tarnished. I intend to release an extensive video covering and conclusively debunking these claims. In fact, it's among my top priorities at the moment, and due to the totality of the claims being made, it will take some time to complete. On a personal level, this is a deeply disappointing decision for me to make. I've invested an enormous amount of time, effort, and care into building this community throughout the many years that I've been a part of it, and it feels as if my effort has been repeatedly met with hatred and vitriol along the way.
Aww.
I still intend to remain part of the competitive scene. Competing has always been one of the core reasons I have been as immersed in the game as I am, and I'm not yet finished fulfilling my ambitions. I believe people will also get to see once more that my success as a player was never a result of any stat position I held, but rather was the result of my mindset and dedication towards becoming a better.
It was because of all the add-ons and mods and whatever cheating programs I put up. Don't worry, it wasn't my position. It was the cheating programs.
Player. Something that I want to note is that I have been largely offline on Discord. I have signed in out of necessity to make this post, and my absence will remain the case for the foreseeable future while I focus on what's in front of me. I hope that Rai and all the other supporting staff members will have a positive experience with the community moving forward. At this point, the community was split. On one hand, they felt shame that they were part of a community that bullied a woman so endlessly that she had to leave, and they wanted their revenge. On the other hand, people...
It just sounds so right. You know that if this dude would have been presenting as a dude, no one would have felt anything. The only reason why the community was split, because it's like, bro, what if she's a chick? What if she could have had sex with me? What if I'm the wrong guy?
Saw this as an admission of guilt, as someone trying to run away, not that they were caught, not wanting to admit that they are a fraud. In the end though, Marlowww had chosen to leave. And with her, many others would follow, including Flowtives, a well-known player in the community who had previously defended Marlowww against the hate and vitriol she had received, that now said he believes she's cheating. Additionally saying that he's very frustrated with the tier list system because almost like 40% of the top 200 players are just hackers in his opinion. Things felt like they were completely falling apart, but this was just the beginning. This was nothing compared to what would happen next. On February 12th, 2026, the YouTuber Refwan would release a video titled Marlowww, the biggest cheater in Minecraft history. Here, we'd get some of the most detailed analysis on the internet when it came to why and how Marlowww cheats, going frame by frame to show that...
Oh my god. Okay, this is peak autism. Become so obsessed that you actually go frame by fucking frame to explain how and what happened. I respect the shit out of it. That's freaking amazing. How do you... Massive day for the unemployed.
It's physically impossible as to how fast Marlowww would switch items on the hotbar. The only way to do so is hacking. That's literally how it looks when you hack, as well as going deep inside the math of it all. This would really analyze all sides as well.
See, this is the autism part. The boys love math. They fucking love the numbers. It's like, she is cheating and I'm going to prove it with this mathematical formula and you're going to enjoy it.
Trying to view this from different viewpoints. Okay, what if she's innocent? Then that means this happened. Well, if she's not innocent, that means this happened. Additionally, he'd reach out to some of the top players in the community, as well as people who are specialists when it comes to Minecraft hacks. Not a single person sided with Marlowww. And this to many was enough proof. She's 100% cheating. There's no arguing about it anymore. People are finally not scared to talk about it. But again, you'd be mistaken to think that this is where things ended. Because now that people understood that Marlowww was hacking, next up came the accusation that was already shut down a couple years ago for sexism, which was the fact that Marlowww wasn't even Marlowww. It was a man that was pretending to be a woman. On March 15th, 2026, the same YouTuber,
I don't even know, what would they be more angry about? Being a cheater or not being a chick? You know, you can tell that this is not me. I would be not able to cheat because I am really shit with technology. Okay? It only took me 2 fucking months with gigantic amount of help from literally everyone how to untick something so that my kick can work. Clearly, I am a woman. Do you need any more credentials, really? I don't think so. Just look at my tech skills.
One would upload another video titled The Marlowww Interview featuring Danger Marlowww. In this video, Refwan would get into a call with Marlowww and ask her to prove that she's a woman by saying some very simple words, nothing crazy.
Wait. Just say the words? Why? Wait, if I say that, will I become a real girl or something? The do re mi fa sol la ti do. Why? What?
And so Marlowww took the bait, thinking that this was going to be simple. But Reflon had carefully planned this out. But before we get into this, you have to understand how Marlowww's real voice sounded, the one that was shown in her previous videos. Listen.
To lay the red carpet for a new prospect to replace me by exiling me from the community. Well, to most people, this video seemed like it was intended to service the...
So this was how she sounded.
I mean, I will be honest with you, AI voice is so good that I can't really tell anymore. I don't know.
In her 2024 video in which she accused the community of dogpiling her. Now listen to how she sounds on the call with Reflon when he would ask her to say some very simple words.
Okay.
Cat, key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke.
Okay.
Cat, key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke.
What is it? Cat, key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke. What does it prove? Why do I feel too stupid? I don't get it. Why? You can't hear it? What am I supposed to hear? I mean, it looks like a very bored whatever.
Can you sing a song for me? I'm not gonna sing a song for you.
Is it that it's like very emotionless, I guess? Do you want to sing a song for me? I'm not going to sing a song for you.
So look, it sounded very robotic, suspiciously so. He would then ask her to sing a song. She doesn't want to sing a song. Okay, fine. He would then ask her a very simple request, the final request. Please, just say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do with the proper pitch, right? Like not do, re, mi, fa, no, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. And
okay, even I wouldn't do that. That's worse than asking for someone to sing, okay? That just means that you can't... Oh, I wouldn't do that. Nah, hell nah! I don't think so, buddy. See, you're not a woman? No, I'm a clanker. Sorry.
So, yeah, watch what happens.
Okay, okay, just say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You don't have to sing it, just change pitch. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
She's nowhere to be found. She's still online, on the phone, nowhere to be found. Can't even say the simple sentence, right? Like a 5-year-old can do this.
Type in the message.
After 1 minute and 13 seconds of pure silence, Marlowww would disconnect and then would conveniently say that the power cut out in her state. Yeah, how convenient.
Okay, but then surely she can just call again and sing the thingy, right?
Things were now looking horrendously bad for Marlowww. Not only were people convinced that she was a straight-up hacker, but now it was about the fact that she wasn't even a woman. In fact, he was pretending to be a woman this whole time. But why? To what end? What's the...
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because girls are having it easier and you can always fall back the good old, you're just a sexist, evil, bigot, whatever, insert popular throw words here and just, you know, not be attacked ever. Oh, wow. That's truly a mystery to me. How could this happen? Wow.
Goal here? Who is this Danger Mario? And
But the better question is, who the fuck was on the video? The person who was hiding the keyboard? Because I swear, those were like female fingers.
What the hell does he want from this community? What was the plan? Well, after this video from Reflon, we would find out. And it would be way more disturbing than any of us could have ever imagined. On March 18th, 2025, the YouTuber
Butter Possum
Accusations would upload a video titled Marlowww's True Identity, in which he claims that someone close to Danger Mario, who knew him, would join his Discord claiming he had text messages dating back all the way to 2023 that would expose him for who he truly was and his entire plan involving Marlowww. So these two would communicate on the messaging app known as Telegram, and this leaker with messages
I literally don't know what Telegram is.
Dating back to 2023 would be referring to this other person as Danger, aka Danger Mario, the person accused of being behind the control of Marlowww. Back in December 2023, we could see the plans that Danger Mario was having for Marlowww, saying, but next...
Like you said, because I still don't know. You guys tell me that it's like WhatsApp. I don't fucking know. Just because you tell me it's like WhatsApp, it doesn't mean I will know it. I only have my mom on WhatsApp. I don't talk to people.
Next year, I'm going to hard grind YouTube and commentate content by cloning an AI voice impression of Marlowww. I'll rack up a bunch of subs and become pretty well known, then I might open up a large-scale Minecraft server as they are extremely profitable. I have a Discord server full of social media influencers and
Let's take notes. You gotta take notes, okay? This is the recipe, how to become a big influencer, okay? Step 1, you're a chick now, act like it. Step 2, cute character. Step 3, Minecraft server. Has a lot of money in it.
server admins, and I'm going to use that to fully prepare
Step 3, anyone criticizes you, call them a bigot. Okay? You're doing so well.
the blacklist, which is basically a list of players that have been known for malicious activity like swatting, grooming, doxing, etc. I'll be able to gain camaraderie with a lot of relevant servers and influencers simply by running something so community-oriented. Hell, in 2024, Danger Mario would send the leaker an image. In it, we can see Discord messages, and more importantly, in the yellow highlighted text, we can see Marlowww being either replied to or pinged. This only happens when you're the person being pinged or being replied to, so he's right here showing that he's actually Marlowww. This leaker was someone who definitely was very trusted by Danger Mario. Back in 2024, as Marlowww was getting a
Step 5, do not trust the homies, okay? Once the homies figure out that you have balls instead of a vagina, they will throw you.
lot of backlash and needed to address the community in some way, Danger Mario would write these statements and then send them to this leaker to ask his opinion. And one of the most interesting things in these text messages would be how in January 26, 2024, Danger Mario would already be pre-planning to release the infamous video known as My Experience with the Minecraft PvP Community on July 2024. He would, in his own words, say, "Indeed, this next vid is going to be about the community. It'll be really good for sparking drama and people sympathizing. Should redirect the haters and gain tons of support." The leaker would say, "Nice thumbnail. Yeah, that'll definitely spark drama." To which Danger Mario would say, "I might be able to attain full ownership of the tier list in doing this," showing that this was the plan all
This was a premeditated female crime. Full female crime.
along. Additionally, in these messages, we'd see Danger Mario sending this leaker an image of the hacks that he's using. It was an add-on to the client that he was using, the Meteor client. The reason why it went undetected for so long was because there was only one version of this. It was coded by someone named SNQ, purely just for Danger Mario. We'd also understand why Marlowww sounded so weird in Refuan's video. That's because he'd be planning ever since January 2024 to generate an AI clone of himself talking in the
Bro, I'm sorry. What happened to good old voice changer thing? Honestly, like now voice changers are so fucking good. Why are you AI cloning a talking voice and whatever? What? Too much work? No, hell no. Dude, you can do anything. That's all. Yeah, but you would have done like the do re mi fa sol la whatever. Right? Like, if it's just a voice changer, then you can do whatever. You don't have to rely on, like, a goddamn AI.
Marlowww voice. Apparently, Danger Mario had a pretty good effeminate voice. The guy had a high-pitched voice, I guess, and would want to train an AI to speak like him, and he would actually start using it for videos. This is when the
Bro, he could have just pinched his balls, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so nice to meet you guys. Holy shit.
leaker would link a video of a collab between Marlowww and someone else, I guess, and would say, "Was this the AI voice? It's pretty good." To which Marlowww would say, or I guess, yeah, Danger Mario would say, "No, that was not good enough for me. I did that like 1.5 years ago and he uploaded it late. It bothered me. Next vid will be a lot more legit sounding." And so, of course, when it comes to these text messages, some people would say that it's probably too convenient, right? This really features everything here. Well, Ximity didn't just upload this video without doing any research or really looking into this. He'd go above and beyond and would attach every single bit of proof this leaker had about Danger Mario in a Google Drive. We'd even see a video of the leaker himself opening Telegram on his phone to show that all of these messages
Butter bosom, my beloved.
are legit. They're not made up, they're not photoshopped, they're not fake. This is exactly why the final part of this video
The
is
disgusting part. Oh no.
so damn disturbing. Genuinely, in all my time looking at like content creator drama, I've never seen something so disgusting, so audacious.
What?
In messages with the leaker as early as December 2023, Danger Mario would understand that eventually this whole Marlowww persona will be exposed. This is when he'd come up with what he'd call the pier plot, saying, I'm going to fake Marloww's death by jumping off of a bridge with the camera facing the other way. I'll do it in a group with Marloww's closest friends and a few influencers. But before that, I'm going to spread false allegations about her from an alt, which I have already received staff positions on, grooming allegations. I've already built up the realism.
Oh my god. Wait. So, wait, what? Wait, what?
Marlowww committing suicide and vent conversations to her friends. Anyways, the grooming allegation video is more of a spark because I know the community is going to freak out over it. I'll have fully faked evidence.
Bro is just playing an entire ass ARG. Oh my god, the dedication.
And it will look legit. I think starting the Minecraft server will be pretty smart though. First, there are some people I want to help as well that I know as Marlowww, so I need to attain some kind of financial success as well. Hyde thinks it's probably a poor decision to do the pier plot, but my concern is that I know that this won't last forever and eventually something will come out. So I have to be able to do something like this before it ends, then I'll be successful in my goal. He'd even go as far as to say that if people would find out that the whole suicide attempt was fake, they'll just reverse it later, saying that he was in a mental hospital for months. It's just...
I feel like, wait, wasn't there a chick, like one of the cheater chick who did the exact same plot, like she even AI generated the mental hospital thing? I remember that from another video. We already had that part. That was another chick. Remember the one with the pink hair? Yeah, the Cha-Cha-Chilla or whatever the fuck her name was. Oh my god.
Absolutely disgusting. It's mind-boggling that someone like this was able to get away with this for this long, all while throwing an entire gender under the bus. And for what? Some money? Some fame? Really? This is how far you'd go just to...
I mean, okay, how much money are we talking? You cannot judge a man's entire plot building up to be a woman and the number one without knowing the number, okay? Hear me out. Let me see the numbers first, and then we will see.
Get that? Let's not forget that Marlowww was an inspiration for a lot of female gamers. This
female? Now that even that sounds like a slur.
Person, or at this point, persona, had a lot of fans, both male and female.
Dude, you have no idea how... These chicks are going to be so disgusted that they looked up to a man. They're gonna crash out so hard. Ew! She was a dude. Oh no, they will never mentally recover. Oh fuck, man.
People who had bothered to defend her, people who had bothered to be there for her in her most vulnerable moments. This would have tried.
Women cool. They deserve better. Oh, that's beautiful.
Traumatized so many people, and this dude's over here talking about it casually like he's about to go for boba tea on a Sunday. I mean, dude, this Danger Mario guy is ridiculous.
Damn.
At some point, he'd be working with someone in order to make the MC Tiers website, right? This was meant to be a joint venture. They were meant to work together. This meant that the person who made the website trusted Marlowww, or Danger Mario. It's the same person. Well, Danger Mario would just simply steal the entire website without really paying this person or even working with them like the promise was. And that's actually how the current MC Tiers website would exist. This whole design was stolen by Marlowww. The person...
Yoink. You made this, I made this. I'm sorry.
Who got scammed had to make an entirely different website on their own, and it's called pvptiers.com, which is now a competitor to mctiers.com, but still not as popular. And I think the most ironic thing in all this is that Aximity had actually made a video about Marlowww almost a year ago, back in 2024. But he got harassed so badly by Marlowww's community, called a sexist, an incel, misogynist, etc., that he ended up having to delete his entire channel. But there he is, back, and this time fully vindicated.
Listen, this is all very sad and awful, and my condolences, or you are welcome. I didn't fucking read it too much. But can you blame a dude for pretending to be a chick when you literally have thousands of people rallying behind you and calling you like my queen? You're so fucking right. Can you really? I don't think you can. It's like you're saying that just because you have been born to be a dude, you lost the gamble and you're starting with a nerf. And he was just like, you know what? Let me just change those odds to my favor.
My queen,
I
you're so
can.
right, Cat O'Neill.
I know. Thank you. I can't blame the dude. I unironically can't.
That this absolutely shattered the Minecraft.
Yeah, because he's a dude. Yes, you can. I can't blame the man. Listen, if I would get so much shit as you guys do just basically for existing, I would be like, yeah, no, I'm a girl too. I'm in touch with my feminine side. I'm sniffing the daisies. I'm putting flour into my hair. Like, I don't fucking care.
PvP community.
Just treat me nice. Just tell me that I'm a good girl, okay? Just compliment me. Say kind things to me, okay?
Would be an understatement. This was an unprecedented earthquake, and now the memes that have come out of this are endless. One of my favorites is how Marlowww was able to get tier 1 in everything except singing Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Si Do. But of course, the main question was, now that this is all out, what did Marlowww have to say about it? What was Marlowww's response? She, or now he, was always there when controversy would get this big, was always willing to respond. And even though most people would have expected Marlowww to completely disappear after this, surprisingly, they would send a message in Discord to everyone on March 18th, 2026, in which they would say, at everyone, hi, I want to provide you all with a proper explanation for everything that is currently going on. I'm generally reserved when it comes to addressing allegations since I feel like it's best to do it in video form, but this controversy has reached a point where I can't not say anything. Increasingly, this has blown up to the point where havoc is being wreaked upon my reputation, my friendships, and my mental health. As most of you probably know, over the course of the year...
This is character development, okay? This is subtle foreshadowing for the peer plot, okay? He's building up the character. Yeah.
I have been receiving cheating allegations. Over time, these allegations shifted from cheating into something more personal. For a long time now, I have been working on an extensive video to debunk the allegations being brought against me. The video has taken up countless hours of work and is already over 2 hours long. It would be already out by now, but every day more allegations come. It is
From now on, I will only accept proof as a nude picture from all the girls. You're a girl? Prove it. Give me a nude. I need to see it, and it cannot be AI generated. I am going to run it through the AI generation thingy. Yeah. Sorry, I need to see your titty and your vagina. Otherwise, this is how you have to treat it. Everyone is a dude on the internet unless it's proven otherwise. Yeah, it's like, you know how it's like innocent until proven guilty? Everyone is a man until it's proven that you're a woman.
Challenging to keep up with the quantity and scope of new relevant videos and allegations to cover. I'm going to have to draw the line for how much
That's cute. No, I have a gigantic penis. I don't need to prove anything, okay? My balls, gigantic. My penis, even bigger. I told you I curl it up like a cinnamon roll. That's the only way it fits into my pants. Sorry, buddy.
I can include in this video. I will be finishing up everything I have already currently planned to include and will be publishing the video as soon as I am able to. Due to the new serious allegations that have come out, I will have to create another video after
Now you have too many tech issues to be a man. You know words hurt. Right? You know that words are powerful and they do hurt. Right in the meow meow. He's not wrong, but still hurts.
Release of my next one. While my upcoming video will provide a large amount of insight into many of the claims being made, it is important that I address everything, hence the need for another afterwards. Recently, allegations surrounding the player Danger Mario have resurfaced, and all the subsequent allegations that come as a result. The driving factor behind all of
Could have been easy. Just have a phone call with Danger Mario, this chick, and someone else in the same video. Like, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, prove it.
this is the quantity of the supporting evidence. My belief is that anyone who is judging the situation this way is unaware of the extent of impersonation that this
If guys treated like, if girls are treated like guys on the internet, wouldn't that make them avoid it? Avoid one? My dick? No.
player, as well as his surrounding group of friends, have gone to in order to ruin me. I've already made a video which included this in extreme detail, see section Totalitarianism.
Wait, but I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on the video. So was it Danger Mario's very female feminine hand that was on the video with like a wig or something? Was he just like recording himself and he just happens to be like a femboy? Who knows? I don't know.
in my experience with the Minecraft PvP community. The most compelling part of the evidence being used against me is the fact that it has instances of conversations and personal details discussed about me within it. My ADHD as an example. In my full debunk video, I'll be addressing the origins of how these things were obtained as well as what is actually going on throughout the situation. It's important that I reiterate, people claiming to be me does not mean that they are me. I understand that the scale of the evidence might appear significant, but it must be remembered that this is the same group of people that are willing to create an entire 2B2T YouTube series in an attempt to lure me into getting further conned. I strongly advise people refamiliarize themselves with what was covered in my old video, as it demonstrates the persistent pattern of behavior that serves as the foundation for everything happening today. Now look,
Gentlemen, if there will be a day where I will get cancelled, I guarantee you that I will not write anything this long like this. It will be like, my bad dog, and ping everyone. How do people come up with such intelligent long sentences? I won't read it. It will be 3 words. You must read my 3 words.
now look, I know what you might be thinking. How did she exactly disprove the fact that she's Danger Mario in this 2-hour, 14-minute video? Well, yes, it would be in the section Totalitarianism, and it would mostly focus on a few interesting individuals that wouldn't stop harassing her about the fact that she's Danger Mario. These people would inconsistently accuse Marlowww of being Danger Mario, while also saying that they used to know Danger Mario on the Anarchy server that he used to play on back in 2021. Marlowww would claim that this is harassment and that what they were saying was inconsistent, but the problem was that this felt like Marlowww was purely focusing on these people because it was easy to focus on them. It was easy to make them look bad because they didn't seem to be the most mentally stable individuals, and that worked at the time. But right now, this is all outdated. These text messages that were leaked from Telegram are completely different from this. You can't fake dates on Telegram. If something was sent in 2023, it was...
Well, you can Photoshop it onto the picture, surely. You can fake anything and everything. Even if you would record it, you could just like edit shit into it, or you could AI generate it. Yeah, you can do anything.
Sent in 2023, and we have proof. The person opened Telegram and showed us it's not photoshopped, it's not edited. How would Marlowww explain that a screenshot was sent from someone who's being referred to as Danger, in which he was being pinged on the Marlowww account? It just doesn't make sense. It's very easy to tell people, oh, go watch this 2-hour video that I know you won't even watch to prove that I'm innocent, but in reality, these Telegram messages pretty much debunk everything. In the end though, Marlowww seems to care more about the fact that people are exposing that, well, he's a man, compared to the fact that he's a cheater. The evidence and the proof are simply overwhelming.
Because if you're a girl and you're a cheater, you can be still cute. I'm just a girl, teehee. But if it turns out that you're just a dude, oh, you're cooked, buddy. You are going to be like sliced and diced and roasted and toasted, and it's over for you.
This is not real gameplay, this is not real skill, and this has nothing to do with whether this is a man or a woman. But it was Danger Mario himself, or Marlowww, or whatever you want to call this person, that very conveniently used the fact that they were a woman to deflect any criticism, throwing an entire gender...
I feel like there is a very important message here about like human behavior and how girls approach a problem and how men approach a problem, but I cannot quite put my finger on it. Which is, I don't know. Wow, it could be anything, really. I wonder. You tell me, what could it be?
Under the bus. At the same time, the master plan of faking their death in order to run away from having to take responsibility for being...
It's, there is nothing more feminine than that. Running all the way to the end, but not taking responsibility. He did well. He did really well. He logged in. He was committed to the role. He was like, yeah.
A fraud is peak degenerate behavior. And you know what's crazy? Throughout my research, I saw people who didn't even play Minecraft PvP defending Marlowww, right? Because they just happened to be a woman, or they just happened to be...
Unheard of. Women defending women even if they are the wrong simply because they were born to be women. Wow, that's crazy. That could never happen to anyone on the internet. That would never be. Wait, are you telling me that facts don't matter, only vibes? What? No. And now.
Someone who wanted to stand up for women's rights, and saw people bullying Marlowww thinking that it's simply because a woman happened to be good at a game and was being bullied for it because of insecure men.
That's crazy,
the person
man.
behind Marlowww planning to do something like this is the biggest form of insult for anyone who's dealing with mental health issues, and even content creators who went through the same thing and actually went with taking their own life. One example that comes to my mind is
I think that's so fucking... That must have been so funny. Like, let's say that there's a handful of girls who just supported Marlowww. Like, they were like, oh no, she can't be a cheater. She can't be. You're just hating because you're a girl or something. And then it turns out that Marlowww is a dude, and it's like, do you think they would defend that person still? With the same intensity that he might be a dude, but surely it's not a cheater. I have a feeling that they would just sort of back out of that conversation. Absolutely not. Oh, I don't know.
Etika, and it's just disgusting that someone like this would want to attempt to recreate that, all just to get away from the responsibility of something they created. Look, usually I wait for someone's response, but I doubt that Marlowww's response is going to be adequate. I doubt that it's going to be any different from the last video they made.
I wish that the only thing they would put up is just lol. That's it. Just three little letters. That's it. How recent was this? Oh, did you not see? The Discord thing was... Where was it? It March 18. So that was 7 days ago? A week ago. That's pretty fresh out of the oven, I would say.
Who's dealing with mental health issues, and even content creators who went through the same thing and actually went with taking their own life. One example that comes to my mind is Etika, and it's just disgusting that someone like this would want to attempt to recreate that, all just to get away from the responsibility of something they created. Look, usually I wait for someone's response.
It's a freshly cooked, beautiful bridge.
But I doubt that Marlowww's response is going to be
Delicious.
adequate. I doubt that it's going to be any different from the last video they made. This is just another dream situation where we have so much...
Okay, hear me out. If you wanna prove it that you're a girl, all you have to do is just record ooh, and that's it. You record yourself just going ooh, daddy, I'm so sorry, and it's boom, girl. That's it.
proof that they're cheating, and while they can try to yap and talk for 2 to 3 hours about it, nothing is going to change. In fact, the more you talk about it, the more you'll seem suspicious, because why do you need to explain so much? The community has already made up its mind, and even people who used to call others misogynistic for calling out Marlowww are now siding with them. This was never about gender, and it shouldn't ever be about gender. This is about someone who took over an entire community illegitimately in the most manipulative way possible. And if there's anything for you to learn from this, it's to never defend content creators blindly. Look at all the different perspectives in...
You have to remember. Remember what the girl said? Believe all victims. This is exactly what happens. If you say like, oh my god, she's a girl, she must be a victim. Vaguely gestures to the entire ass situation. Huh?
Then make up your mind. Otherwise, you'll be severely disappointed like...
But... This, you look at oh my god, I'm the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio meme when he's watching TV. This fucking Marlowww is a man. I spent months defending a man. This points at screen aggressively. This is it, gentlemen. I told you, they are not going to freak out whether Marlowww is a cheater or whatnot. They will freak out that they protected a fucking dude. And you have to understand that all these girls think that men are trash. Oh my god. I can't even be mad at this dude, okay? It's actually revolutionary. It's beautiful, you know? I love it.
Many of the people who gave everything for Marlowww now feeling like idiots. Thank you so much
Oh no. Oh no.
for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see 2 exclusive videos where I yap uploaded every month, as well as a lot of high quality art of my character, then make sure to check out my stacked page in the description and the pinned comment. Prices start at $1. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Love you, platonically.
What if I want different kind of love, like a rough BDSM kind of love? with like a safe word or something.
Mwah.
It is now misogynistic to say do re mi fa so let it do. Comply or my female fingers will ban you. Oh no. Bro, not my female fingers. I don't think I will survive that. Oh no. My female fingers. Leave your female fingers where they are. I'm sorry, buddy. You are so wrong. You are so wrong. This was a good video. 10 out of 10. This was funny. I knew it. I knew where it would end. And I knew it that the biggest problem for girls, it wouldn't be that they defended someone who wasn't innocent, but it's that they defended a man. Chef kiss. Was the TLDR? Girl gamer good. Girl gamer is not a girl. Also not good at game. That's it. Basically. Everything is a lie. Also penis. Man had an insane backstory. Listen, he was committed to this entire thing. That was good.